I don't have an intro, but today we're gonna talk about business trifecta, the business trifecta. Guys, this is my fucking model. This is what I fucking do. I'm literally about to give you an insight into why I'll never make less than $20,000 a month for the rest of my fucking life. It took me 5 years to get here, building all these by just trial and error. My business trifecta, the 3 things you need to scale any single service-based business to minimum 10K a month. And guys, 10K a month is like so little. It's so easy to get to. And I know some people might be like thinking I'm bullshitting or like 10K a month is insane. Guys, 10K a month will just become your regular monthly bills, I swear to you, if you know how to do this correctly, okay? So there's 3 parts to business in this business trifecta. But before we get into it, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for 5 years, guys. And for the past year, I've been consistently making minimum 10K a month. I average 20, 30K a month. Honestly, if I want to do 40, I could. I'll be tattooing like a motherfucker, but I could. I'm only 24 years old, and obviously what you see here, this is what I've been building for the past 5 years. I'm in Dallas, Texas in a beautiful high rise. We're gonna get into straight valleys today. We're gonna fucking go deep. We're gonna dive so fucking deep right now. I'm about to go so hard. All right, so before we get into business trifecta, the first thing you need to choose, and it's not part of the trifecta, it's just a prerequisite, guys. This is a prerequisite. This is innate. This is by default. Let's just put a star. The service / vehicle. I don't know if I spelled vehicle right, but I'm a black and gray realism artist, not a script artist. So the first thing you got to do before you even implement the trifecta is obviously have a service to provide to humanity and choose the correct vehicle, guys. And obviously when I say vehicle, I don't mean a motorized fucking on 4 wheels, 2 wheels, 3 wheels type vehicle. There's no combustion engine involved, guys. Vehicle is literally your niche that you choose, right? The service that you choose. What do I mean by that? I mean it like this. Let's use my example. I am a tattoo artist. I love the service I provide, right? I'm building something every day. Every time I tattoo, it builds onto the portfolio. It builds onto the momentum. I love my service. It's very niche. It's very cool. The vehicle though, like the industry I'm in, is it the best? Maybe not. There's pros and cons because this is great, but the vehicle isn't the best. Why? I have one hand. I'm one tattoo artist. I can only scale to so much a month. I can't hire employees to do the same thing I can do. So yes, I can scale to 40, 50K a month. After that, getting to 100K a month off of straight tattooing is damn near impossible and something that you might not even want to take on because the amount of leverage isn't there. It's not a good amount of leverage. Also, I am location restricted. This is huge. I am location restricted because I have to be here and tattoo. I can't be in fucking Bali and have other people doing stuff for me. And what's an example of another service-based business that you could scale to the moon, hire employees, and take all those problems away? Let's say, for example, you're in the lawn care industry. Let's say that. You own a lawn care service-based business. You can hire employees. You could only, now you're in the hiring business. That's a whole different thing. But you could hire employees and you could be anywhere, right? You could scale this to 100K a month easily. Not easily, it's easier said than done, but you could scale this to 6 figures a month, right? You don't have to worry about just one hand, one person. It's not just one thing. You're not painting. You're not doing some sort of art, right? You could scale that. A media company, right? You provide that type of service. You can scale that. You could hire employees to edit, to film, and learn what you know. You can teach them what you know and then just fucking duplicate you. You could duplicate you, right? And then you could kind of do whatever. You have more freedom. You can go on vacation. You'll be all right. So that's what I mean. If you're a doctor or lawyer and you have your own practice, you're still in the service-based industry. You're providing a service to society, right? Can you leave your practice? Maybe for a bit. Make a lot of money though. It's scalable. You can hire people under you. Yeah, for sure. So that's what I mean by service or niche or vehicle. So really understand and pick apart your service or vehicle and make sure that fits your lifestyle. Okay. And again, this video is going to be a longer video, guys, full of just straight fucking sauce and gems and value. So if you're a lazy motherfucker or you're just not going to work, this is not for you. You can go ahead and click off because this video is just for straight dogs for sure. 100%. So now that we got the prerequisites out the way, we're going to get into this trifecta, guys. Oh my God. Like this is the shit. This is what I do. Like this is what I do. All right. So personal brand. Guys, this is huge. This is the first part. And what do I mean by personal brand? Why am I saying this? Guys, being everywhere across all social media platforms. Instagram's huge right now. It's huge. YouTube is huge. TikTok is fucking huge, right? So those are like the main 3. Those are the main 3 things right now. All right. Yes, you have Twitter and whatnot, X, but anybody really give a fuck. So those are the main 3 things. You need to be on all platforms. Why though? Why is the big thing here? People buy from people. It's not 2015, 2016. When Instagram was just pictures, and I was a really good tattoo artist, and again, I'm gonna use my tattoo industry, right? You could use your industry, right? Whether you're a fucking detailer or a barber, I don't care. If you were posting the end result, a good picture, a good end result, and text me here if you want more information, that's gonna work. If you see that today, you're gonna scroll past, because what are you seeing every day? A whole bunch of everything everywhere. Booty, money, cars, clothes, hoes. You're scrolling, your dopamine's fucked. So what's gonna make you actually buy from somebody? The personal brand. Think about it, put yourself in the customer's shoes. If I fuck with my tattoo artist as a person, so I'm gonna go to him, I'm gonna get tattooed by him. I fuck with my cleaning lady as a person, she's mad chill. So like, I'm gonna always go to her, right? Even if she raised her price a little bit, I'm like, damn, it's crazy, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. She doesn't even have a personal brand, actually. That's not even a good example, but it is a good example because I fuck with her IRL, right? So she had a personal brand and I was able to fuck with her like that way. Same shit. So personal brand is huge. Now, you're not Nike, you're not Polo, right? Nike, Adidas, Polo, the name carries the weight. Let's say you want to transition outside of your business and you have a personal brand, you could sell and do anything. You could slowly start transitioning years down the line. Let's say I'm tattooing, but now I want to fucking sell a product, right? I'm damn near a micro influencer. I got a couple 100,000 on Instagram. I could sell whatever. I could transition to any business. So personal brand is the sauce. It's forever. This is the fucking sauce. This is forever. And trust beats talent. That's huge. I know people that are not that talented tattoo artists, but people trust them like a motherfucker and pay them a lot of fucking money that probably isn't really worth it, but they do it anyways. If you're stuck at 5, 6, 7K a month, honestly, minimum you should be making is 10K a month, literally doing whatever. I don't care if you bake cakes. I know a girl that bakes cakes. I know a girl that bakes cakes. You know what I mean? And she can make 10K a month doing that. She could make 10K a month doing that. She doesn't because she hasn't hit me up for advice. But I look at that, I'm like, damn, she could do that. Bouquet flower. You can make flowers. You know what I mean? Do that. You can do a little wedding service. I know a girl that has a wedding little service. No, proposal service. She has a proposal service. She sets up a little proposal thing for you. And then you can go ahead and propose to your girl. You can make 10K doing that for sure. Plus, you know what I mean? You just need to know how to use this trifecta. Personal brand is huge. That's the main thing you want to focus on. The second thing that's going to be coupled with your personal brand and be a catalyst, it's like adding fuel to the fire, is going to propel your personal brand. Not only propel your personal brand, but give you a foundation so you know you're never making less than X amount a month, is going to be ads, running Meta ads, okay? Okay, simple as that, ads, Meta. Right? Ads. But if you're going to be running ads, you can't just be running ads out your ass. All right. This is really, really big. Don't boost the thing. Don't just boost the post. You got to go into the ads, the actual ads management on Meta, right? You got to really go in there and really know what you're doing with the ads. But before you get very technical with the ads, if you don't have a personal brand, why the fuck are you running ads? You can't do that. So I call that passing the eye test. Think about it. You always got to put yourself in the customer's shoes. Always gonna put yourself in the customer's fucking shoes. Now you're not gonna sell shit. Always, if you don't have a personal brand, you can't run ads. What do I mean by that? If I see an ad, I'm like, damn, this ad is great. It has a great creative and it's actually exactly what I need. Let me click on that ad. I go to the ad and that ad directs me or drives me to an Instagram page with 2 followers and he's following his mother. There's no trust there. What the fuck is going on? No blue check mark. He's not driving a Lambo, Rari, and I say that sarcastically, right? But it's really true. People are shallow. If I have a Lambo, Rari, or XYZ in there, you're gonna take me a little bit, you're gonna take me serious. You're gonna take me serious, 100%. You're gonna take me serious. So people are shallow and you can use that to your advantage, but do that correctly, do it within good faith because yes, I am leveraging these fancy things. However, I provide a great service and I know my client's gonna be happy at the end of this. Then you could go ahead and do that. But if you can't pass the eye test and you have nothing for them to drive traffic to, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. And you might be in a certain business that is targeted towards an older demographic. Let's say homeowners. You're a plumber or HVAC technician. You don't need to pass the eye test that much. They don't care about no Lambo, Rari, like he's an older guy. You know what I mean? But if you have a killer fucking website, that's what they give a fuck about. You have a killer website with crazy Google reviews, Yelp reviews, you're hitting on all cylinders. Now you're driving traffic with your ads to something that just makes sense, right? And we could do the reverse. I have a crazy personal brand. I post phenomenal content every single day. I'm on everybody's For You page. They click follow. They fucked up. They fucked up because my retargeting ads, now they're getting hit with ads on top of that. Like, damn, I see this motherfucker all the time. I see this motherfucker all the time. Okay, I'm in the tattoo niche. I see this motherfucker all the time. I feel like getting a tattoo. I'm the first person that comes into their head. And they fucked up by following me. So you see how it works both ways. You could run the ads, direct them towards something great, right? Or catch them with your organic content and then start retargeting them with ads. How are you not gonna make 10K a month? And I mean that on the minimum. I mean that on the low end, guys. Like this just, you know what I mean? Like this is just the fucking sauce. And this is the business trifecta. I go way deeper in all this. Of course, I'm just giving you guys a surface level. And obviously I'm giving a little bit of like showing you guys how deep it gets. You know, I was talking about Google Ads, talking about more about the personal brand and whatnot, but this right here is the fucking sauce, right? Number 3, we're gonna be talking about using leverage. And if you made it this far in the video, not only are you a fucking dog, but I'm about to give you some fucking sauce and tell you something that a lot of people won't even believe. Okay, using leverage. That's gonna be either using capital to scale, right? Or using people to scale, all right? So capital, employees, and or contractors. That's using leverage, obviously, right? Now, when I was 21 years old, probably younger, I don't even know, the banks gave me access to $100,000 in business lines of credit. How the fuck and who the fuck is trusting a young person like me with that amount of money? The banks. I don't know why. They just do it, okay? And yes, there's more to it. And you have to know what you're doing, right? I had somebody do it for me because I'm 20-something years old. I don't know what I'm doing. You want to know the first thing I did with that money? I went to Bali for a month. Actually, Thailand. It was Thailand. I went to Thailand for a month. I got sick for a month. I was in Thailand sick for a month with that money, but that's another story. So there's things like that, guys. If you need capital to pay for hardware, software, employees, contractors, you could get that upfront capital easily. 6 figures in funding is not hard to do, guys. You just need to get your credit on point and you need to talk to the right person and that person needs to know what they're doing. And they could go ahead and do that for you, okay? So I got access to a huge amount of capital and that led me to where I'm at today. That helped me to get to where I'm at today, 100%. Now, would I have done it a little bit differently? Yes, of course, because being young and dumb, I went through that money in ways that I shouldn't have, and now I'm dealing with other stuff in the back end. But the beautiful part about it is I am the fucking scapegoat. I'm that for everybody. I went through the worst situation possible, and I know how to fix it. The worst situation isn't even all that bad. I know how to fix any issue that you're going through with any of these, okay? $100,000 in debt is what I got into, okay? You can imagine, but there's ways around it, guys. Debt isn't real, credit isn't real, but that's a whole different story. That's using leverage for capital, right? So there's ways to get capital if needed capital. There's ways to do that, right? Now, how do I leverage people to get my time back? Not only get my time back, but to pull the leverage to produce more. To more production, right? Better production, whether it be quality, X, Y, and Z. Now you should know how to do everything in your business, whether it be marketing, sales, fulfillment. You need to know how to do everything in your business, but when you're hiring, right? You're hiring the expert, right? You need to know it at least on a basic shallow level. So that way, if he does something wrong or fucks up a little bit, like, hey, that's not how you do that. Now he's an expert and you should be hiring correctly and you should never get to that point, but you need to save your ass, all right? So leverage. Now, how do we leverage people? Guys, me, for example. Let's not use me. Let's use you. You're a lawn care service provider. You care for lawns, okay? You're gonna hire other people to do the lawn for you. You're gonna hire employees, right? You have multiple lawns to take care of every single day. So you need multiple people. Now you could hire. You could hire and scale. You can scale, right? Obviously, that's just all it is. Using people, you're just gonna scale. They're just gonna do the job. Let's say you need for marketing. I have somebody that helps me with my Instagram and he's literally gonna edit this video. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. You gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that. Shit ain't free though. You know what I mean? I have people running my ads for me. That shit ain't free, right? If I had somebody that could tattoo for me, would I do it? Probably not, because they don't tattoo as good as me. But that's where the vehicle comes in, right? That's where the vehicle comes in, that first vehicle, right? If I could hire somebody to do my tattoos, I would. I can't, but you could hire somebody to do detailing for you, right? To do roofing for you. Or dentists, people that do veneers, that's a service, right? You're in dentistry. It gets that deep, guys, right? It's still a service. They have technicians, they have people doing it for them. If you go ahead and get veneers or get your teeth done, it's never really the doctor you go for. It's always like somebody else that does that shit for you, right? They're being washed over, sure, but it's just higher leverage, right? He can have more rooms, more people being filled, more churn. More money. So that's how you use leverage. And all these are very connected, as you could fucking tell, and they go way deeper as you could fucking tell, right? So if you want any type of help with this type of shit, I mean anything, this is what I do, obviously. I love this shit, all right? So go ahead, link is in the description for my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You're on YouTube. But if you want personal help with this, go ahead and reach out. All the information is going to be in the description. I don't have an outro, but this was the business trifecta. This is my baby. Like, I made this shit. If you see this shit anywhere else, I promise you I made this shit. I mean, actually, I'm gonna make a couple mil off this anyways, right? Because this is great information, guys. It's just, everything's a two-way street. Business is a two-way street. Always do business in good faith. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video.